welcome to MyEarthShare.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some homemade paper. And we're going to be making it with, let's see, I've got a piece of scratch paper here, some old lotto tickets that weren't winners, and we're going to turn this into a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to do it using as less energy as possible so that we can help make our carbon footprint a little bit smaller. Some of the materials that you're going to be needing today is I have a blender. Now this is a blender, if you are going to get into doing this, you want to make sure that you have a blender that is just for paper making. I have some Koosh sheets. It's just a really absorbent paper to help wick away some of the water. I've got an old sponge, and then I have a pour paper mold. You can pick these up online relatively cheap, or you can make your own. So let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is I've got some water in here, and you're going to go ahead and use that in just a second. We're going to use some of that water. We're going to put it into my blender, and I'll take our paper, rip it up if you want to. Just throw it in here. Now this here is going to be just enough for one 8.5 11 piece of paper, or you can make two of the smaller pieces of paper. So that goes in there. You can see I've got about that much water in there. That just helps keep everything moving. And it's always good if you cover this with a towel. Let me grab a towel. Now just make sure that you're wearing old clothes, you're using an old towel. You don't want to get your good stuff messy. And then just pulse it. Once you've got it kind of started there, put the spurs to it and let it go. Now that looks like a pretty fine pulp, so that should be good. Just since I'm right here, you see I have some leftover coffee from in the morning. Good way to water your plants. Don't just pour it down the drain. Alright, I've got our paper slurry here. I've got my paper mold right here. All I'm going to do is just pour this in. And then zhuzh it around, just like this right here. Now my fingers are not touching the bottom of the mold. They're just doing the top. Okay. Count to about 5. Let that set for just a second. Let some of the fibers intertwine together. And then we're going to slowly lift it up. The water's going to go through the screen. I always like to let it set for just a few seconds again. And we're going to unmold it now. Alright, now let's move it over to the counter and I'll show you what we do next. Alright, I've still got our paper sitting right on top of a rack like this. Haven't done anything to it. What I have here is some screen. This is the same kind of screen that you can get for your door or your window or something like that. Take your sponge and just let it soak it up. Not pushing hard, just letting it soak up. And just kind of go around this a few times. Just want to show you how much water we got out of that one piece of paper. Now, take your paper, take one of your absorbent pieces of paper, take off this screen, line up your paper on here. Now these little pieces of paper here that I use that are really absorbent, I've used them, geez, at least 1,000 times so far. Flip it over. Take your sponge one more time. You're giving it one more. Voila. Okay. You're going to take this piece of paper, your newly wet piece of paper. We're going to, I'm going to give you one quick really good look at it. I got another light here, kind of shows it a little bit better. what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to take the other piece of absorbent paper and just set it on here. That's it. Let it dry. Put some heavy books on it, put a frying pan, and let it set. That's all we're going to do. Now, if you need this in a hurry, you can iron it, but then you're just using more electricity, so you're kind of defeating the purpose of helping the environment. Another thing, all this water that we've got left from making the paper, do not pull the plug out and let it go. Water your plants with it, water part of the yard. All it has is paper in there, and it's got a little bit of ink in it from off the paper. But again, reuse it, reduce, recycle. Thank you. Don't forget to keep subscribing to my blog at myearthshare.com. Don't forget, you can get on over to our YouTube video at youtube.com/user/TJToday75. Thank you so much. Follow me online on Twitter at twitter.com/TJToday. Thank you. Have a wonderful day and keep doing what you do. Just another quick idea about this paper. It can be used in a printer if you do it thin enough, which this one is. It's really nice and thin. You can almost see through it. Write on it, pen, crayon. It's good for scrapbooking because it has a really neat texture. You can see all the little things in the paper. So yeah, use it as a regular sheet of paper. These make really great envelopes if you really want to do a personal touch for somebody. You can embed flowers, leaves, pieces of grass, glitter, all kinds of stuff in here if you want to. Just pieces of regular thread look really cool. If you have any questions, type it in the comment section down below, and I'll answer them the best I can. Thank you.